make some Jamaican Easter bun. The word Jamaican and bun just go together real bad. If you know, you know. But me no say the word bun, I got trigger enough I know. But we're still not gonna make it. Let's make it together. We're gonna start off by combining all the dry ingredients. The exact measurements will be in my description box. So we're gonna combine our flour, our brown sugar, baking powder, cinnamon, nutmeg, salt, ground allspice, and ground cloves. We're gonna mix that in a bowl until everything comes together. I did leave my sugar out a little bit longer, so I just had to go with my hands and press out that sugar. But once we have that nice and combined, we're gonna set that to the side and we're gonna grab a bowl for our wet ingredients. In that bowl, we're gonna combine our Guinness, molasses, browning, honey, egg, and unsalted butter. And we're just gonna mix that until that is combined. Then we're gonna grab our dry ingredients. I like to add my wet into my dry. I'm gonna gradually add that in. I'm not gonna add all my liquid in at once. I'm gonna pour about half and then just mix that in and gradually add that until my liquid is done. Once my liquid is done, I'm just gonna continue mixing to ensure that there's no lumps or bumps. At this point, I should have known that I needed a little bit more browning, but I ignored it. I just kept mixing even though it should have been darker. So I'm gonna correct the measurement for the browning in my description. I personally don't like cherries or raisins in my Easter bun, so I just took my portion out and put it in a separate baking pan. Then to my dad's portion, I added my cherries and my raisin. I mixed that in. And then I'm going to grab my baking pan. I'm just going to butter my baking pan so it doesn't stick. So I'm going to use some unsalted butter, butter that up, and then I'm going to pour the remaining batter in. And then we're going to top her off with some more cherries and some more raisins. We want that beautiful Easter bun look. Then we're going to put it in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. Mine came out a little bit raised and I was panicking. I am not a baker, but once I let it rest, it went down. So bake it for 45 minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and just test it with a toothpick. If your toothpick comes out clear, it is ready. If your toothpick has batter on it, you need to let it bake a little bit longer. Finish her off, we're just going to brush her with some glaze. The glaze is just some honey, some butter, and some strawberry jam simmered on the stove. So we're going to brush her to get her nice and glistening. And I'm going to set her to the side and let her cool down, and hopefully it goes down. We'll check it in a second. And this is the finished product. Again, Jamaican men, this is what we mean when we say a light bun. This and this only. I actually not look around bun them, but that's not what we mean by what we say we love bun. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. As usual, I try to make my recipes extremely simple so any and everybody can follow along. If you like this recipe, please consider following me for more. Until next time.
First time, not you can do better.